Hey, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody's doing great. I hope I didn't make that link too long for Twitter, but oh well. I hope everybody's doing great. Today, we're going to be telling a story. Somebody say story time. Somebody say story time. Somebody say story time. Share the scope and say story time. Once you share the scope, say story time. Once you share the scope, say story time. I know I got y'all doing too much, honey. She like, what? Do what? Share the scope first now. You got to share the scope first. Then say story time. We're going to be talking about today what's in your hand and how you can use what's in your hand. Right? Too many things at once. How you can use what's in your hand to benefit what's in your life, to benefit what's in your pocket, to benefit what's in your legacy, to benefit what your children are going to have when you leave this earth. Y'all saw my little, I know people can't multitask. I know I can't. But it's story time, so share the scope. Y'all see my little picture? 1, 2, and 5 talents. Some of you have 1 talent, and that's okay. Some of you have 2 talents, and that's okay. Some of you even have 5 talents, and that's okay. He doesn't give us any more or any less, because you get your talents according to your abilities and according to your assignment. So I want to talk to you today. Share the scope. Everybody share the scope. Yeah, we got homework to do, but share the scope, because it's very important that people realize. Yeah, you may have to shorten it to share it on Twitter, boo. I put too many characters. That you have a great deal in your hand. Somebody say amen. And we were talking about this morning that you have as much abundance as you allow yourself. Everybody has talents in their hand. There is not one person among us that does not have talents in their hand. And so today we're going to be talking about what talents do you have in your hand, and are you using them? I'm working on the trolls, y'all. Y'all help me work. So if you haven't, I don't know. Hey, Thea, if you haven't killed a couple of trolls, get your shoe out. And let's go on and get to girl. Yeah, they busy, but that's all right. Let me tell you how you know it is going to be a good scope. You know it's going to be a good scope when you see all this foolishness. When you start with all these trolls. Hold on, I'm finna tell y'all something. Because I don't want you to get upset and frustrated and leave. What I want y'all to do, I want y'all to help me fight. I want y'all to keep sharing the scope. If you've not shared this scope already, you part of the problem. If you've not shared this scope already, because let me tell you something. Anytime it's going to be a good word, and I've seen that it ain't as good, I've seen it not be no trolls at all. But the minute I get to telling you guys about the money and the abundance and the worth of your talents, them trolls get to cutting up. Them trolls get to cutting up. So today we're talking about what's in your hand. Hey, Regina. Hey, Ruben. Hey, Lash Cat. Today we're talking about how many talents are in your hand. So I want you to do me a favor, because sometimes we don't give ourselves credit for the amount of talents in our hand. So I want you to do me a favor. For the next 15 seconds, I want you to count how many talents you have. I want you to count how many talents you receive from God. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 5? Is it 10? As you come to that number, hey, Ruben, I want you to go ahead and put the number on the screen as I read this story to you. From Matthew 25, 14 and 30, the parable of the talents. For it will be like a man going on a journey who called his servants and entrusted to them his property. See, your talents are God's property, and he trusted you with those talents. He trusted you with those gifts. He trusted you with your ability to be able to go out and make change in the world based on your talents. Hey, J-Kid, to one he gave 5, to another 2, to another 1, to each according to his ability. Then he went away. See, God gave you these talents and trusted you to use these talents. He who received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them, and he made 5 talents more. I'm about to break this down to you guys today. For those of you who think it's bad to charge for your gifts, grandmothering counts. It all counts. For those of you who think it is an abomination to charge for your gifts, for those of you who think you are not kingdom living when you charge for your gifts, I'm reading this to you directly from the word. Directly from the word. Directly from the word. Come on now. And for those of you who think you're doing the world a favor by selling your stuff for free or cheap, that's not biblical. Hey, Lynette, that's not biblical. He who received the 5 talents went at once and traded with them and made 5 talents more. So also he who had the 2 talents made 2 talents more. But he who received the 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. How many of you have hid? Have hid. It's Matthew 25, 14 and 30. Go get your book. Go get your book. How many of you have hid what God gave you, and you've hid it so deep? You've hid it so deep that you don't even know how to dig it up. You've hid it so well that you don't even know where it is. You've hid it so hard that you couldn't find it if you looked for it. You hid it so good that you've even hidden it from yourself. When I asked you how many talents that you have, some of you couldn't even count them all. Some of you said 4. Well, okay, well 5. 7. 10. And then I'm going to tell you, the bottom line is you can't call them to mind, hey, Makita, because you're not using them. You guessing about your talents. But I'm finna bring it back. God entrusted you with a gift, and you sitting over there guessing? Y'all better duck. And he who received the 5 talents. Oh, hold on. Wait, I don't want to miss nothing. But he who received the 1 talent went and dug in the ground and hid his master's money. Now, after a long time, see, we don't know. We don't know when Jesus is coming back, but we know it ain't tomorrow. We know it might be a long time. After a long time, the master of those servants came and settled accounts with them. See, you're going to have to settle your account. You're going to have to settle your account. Haywood said he out of hiding. You're going to have to settle your account. You're going to have to take accountability for what you did or for what you did not do with your gifts. Again, you're going to have to take accountability for what you did or what you did not do with your gifts. You, not me. Somebody said, what if I don't know what my gifts are? You better make that your number one priority in finding out. Because you were not put here to take up space and suck up air. You know what, Patty? You say you're discouraged, baby. Are you looking? Are you looking? Because, see, some things you can't find until you go on a journey to find them. You got to start looking. What do you like to do? That's number one. So for everybody that does not know what their purpose is, let's start with what do you like to do? Number two, what are you good at doing? See, nothing is an accident. Nothing is an accident. You're not looking because you're scared to look. Number three, what will the world pay you for? That's what people come to me for. They say, D, this is what I like to do. This is what I'm good at. Help me get paid for it. Help me get paid for it. What do you love to do? What are you good at? And what will the world pay you for? At the cross section of those three, be a personal shopper. Be a personal shopper. You good at shopping? Be a personal shopper. Start a blog about fashion. Start a whole chain of national personal shopper representatives. There is no limit to what you can do. Hey, Marriage of God. Speaking, sharing your knowledge, connecting the dots. That's money. Connecting people is money. Said, now after a long time, the master of those servants came and settled an account with them. And he who had received the 5 talents, if you haven't shared the scope, share the scope. He who received the 5 talents came forward, bringing 5 talents more, saying, Master, you delivered to me 5 talents. Here I have made 5 talents more. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to repeat that. I'm going to repeat that. His master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. So did y'all hear that? See, you got to be faithful over a little before he'll put you over much. He is a God of multiplication and addition. All right now. All right now. But I'm going to tell you what you can't do. You can't keep going to the mall, spending your money like you crazy, thinking your purpose is going to come find you. You can't keep going to restaurants, eating $100 plates of food, thinking your purpose is going to find you. You can't keep watching Real Housewives. You can't keep watching Empire. You can't keep watching Love and Hip Hop and think that your purpose is going to come and knock on your door and find you, because it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. You can't get much if you ain't been faithful over the little bit you got. Hey, DKJ. But when I say I got a class coming that's $99 to save your seat and $100 a week, you want to look at me with the side eye. Don't look at me with the side eye and you got 150 talents and you not monetizing none of them. I'm going to return that side eye right to you. You looking at me with the side eye, I'm looking at you with the side eye. Because I'm telling you what's biblical. You looking at me with the side eye, I'm looking at you with the side eye. The class is $99 a week. $99 to save your seat and $100 a week for 10 weeks. But you wearing $3 and $4 and $5 and $6 and $7 and $800 worth of weave. You better make your purpose a priority. I did it last year. Yesterday. Somebody put the link up, bit.ly/. God/power of me. I said yesterday, your fear has kidnapped your faith. And what ransom are you willing to pay to get your faith returned to you? You don't believe in yourself. You don't believe in your gifts. You don't believe that the world will pay you, but you believe in a job. You believe in a job, even though 23 million plus Americans are laid off or terminated from their job each year. You believe in a job, even though people will lay you off and close those doors with no words said. You believe in a job. You believe in a job, although those jobs ain't loyal. You will believe in a job before you believe in what the gift that God has already given you. Like he asked Moses, what is in your hand? Moses, what is in your hand? Moses, what is in your hand? And it's not a job. And it's not a job. He said, you have been faithful over a little, I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. And he who also had the 2 talents came forward saying, Master, you delivered me 2 talents. Here I have made 2 talents more. And his master said to him, well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much. Enter into the joy of your master. He also who had received the 1 talent came forward and said, Master, I knew you to be a hard man, reaping where you did not sow and gathering where you scattered no seed. So I was afraid. Oh, wait a minute. You better share the scope if you haven't shared it already. Wait a minute. We got to the bottom. Aha. Somebody say, aha. Aha. So I was afraid. I was afraid. I was afraid. And I went and hid your talent in the ground. Y'all didn't hear that. I was afraid. See, he told the truth. It didn't help him. It didn't help him. But he told the truth. He said I was afraid. Buried it because he was scared. Fraidy cat, coward. He said, I was afraid. I was afraid. How many of you are afraid? Say me. How many of you? We had a funeral for procrastination. I think we need to have a cremation for fear. But we had a funeral for procrastination, and procrastination is just dressed up fear. How many of you are afraid? It didn't help him. It didn't help him. He tried to say all the stuff he thought Master was going to want to hear. Well, Master, I didn't want to lose your money. And see, that's us. We afraid let me get close to the camera. We afraid we're going to make a mistake. Say it. Who's afraid? Who's afraid they're going to make a mistake? Say me. You're not moving because you're scared you're going to make a mistake. You're stuck where you were this time last month, this time last week, this time last year because you're scared you're going to make a mistake. You said, Master, I haven't done what you've asked me. Even if you've done a little and you know he's calling you to do much more, you're still out of order. You're still out of order. If you're not maximizing what he gave you, you're still out of order. I was afraid and I went and hid your talent in the ground. And then he tried to give it back to him. Here, you have what is yours. But the master answered him, you wicked and slothful servant. You knew that I reap where I have not sown and gather where I scatter no seeds. Then you ought to invest my money with the bankers and at my coming I should have received what was my own with interest. God is asking you, are you going to give it back to him with interest? Somebody say yes. Are you going to give him the talents that he gave you back with interest? Somebody say yes. Are you going to take what he gave you? Let me tell you, I talk about money. I talk about money and charging your worth. But what it really is, let me break it all the way down for you. It's impact. The law of compensation is that the more people you impact, the more money you make. I'm going to repeat that again. Hey, Amanda, it's not money, it's impact. It is impact. The more people you impact, the more money you make. When you don't charge people your worth, you can't make an impact because people don't understand free. I'm going to make a circle. Here I come. Is anybody with me? Say yes. Say yes. So when you running around doing things for free and cheap, people don't fully understand your value. And because people don't fully understand your value, you're not able to have a rate of exchange. Follow me. You're not able to have a rate of exchange on your talents that God has equipped you to have. And because you don't have a rate of exchange equivalent with your value, your impact is not as high. Yeah, you was just being helpful, but you weren't. You wasn't even helping yourself, because the word says a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. So who are you helping? Who are you helping when you don't charge your worth? You're not helping anyone. You're hurting the world, because broke people break people. Let me tell you how. So now you know you need to take a class. It doesn't even have to be from me. You know you need to take it from somebody to help you get your stuff in order. But you don't have the money to take the class, because what you've done is given away your talents. That's Matthew 25:14-30. Broke people break people. When you're not operating in your gifts, you can't afford to build your gifts because you're not charging people for your gifts. So your exposure is limited. Your knowledge is limited. Your ability to impact the world is limited. You just got a bunch of limits that are all self-imposed because you don't know how to charge your worth, and you've not sit still long enough to learn. Broke people break people. Hold on, I'm finna get deep, and I'm gonna finish out because I got a class in 9 minutes. It said, I should have received what was on my own with interest. That means, hey, Steve, when the Lord comes back, he's gonna be looking for you to have done something with those talents and then some. He said, so take the talent from him and give it to him who has 10 talents. For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away. Do you wonder why your bank account looks like your bank account looks? Do you wonder? Do you wonder why you don't have the abundance that is spoken for in the word? Do you wonder? Do you wonder why you don't have what you feel you should have? Do you wonder? For to everyone who has will more be given, and he will have an abundance. But from those who has not, even what he has will be taken away. And cast the worthless servant into the outer darkness. In that place there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Wow. Wow, that's where you want to go? So, hey, Wise Courtship, so are you more afraid of using your talents than you are than going to that place where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth? I don't know. I don't know. You know, all I know is you need to do something. Yeah, Thea, they figured it out. Normally when I come on the scope, they just get under the desk and they just stay there. I don't know. Hey, Cynthia, I don't know. You know, your faith has been kidnapped by your fear. And if I were you, I'd be willing to do every and anything possible to get it back. I'm going to be sending out the emails for the 7-day countdown for the Power of Me tomorrow. I think I have 10 seats left because I expanded the class. 10. I'm looking for 10 people who are ready to monetize all of that advice they keep giving out for free. All of them speaking engagements that they keep showing up to and getting, like Marquita say, a chicken dinner. All of the books that are in your head and you ain't launched yet. All of the relationship advice, all of the life advice, all of the errands you running, all of the business help, all of the events you setting up for free. I'm looking for 10 people who are ready to make their gifts and talents from the Lord official. I don't want 10 people who are ready to build a hobby. It's the truth, Adrian. It's the truth. You think, let me tell you something. For those of you who don't know, of course, my name is Danielle Winningham. I'm a former JP Morgan Chase vice president. When I was willing to let go of that job, God put 3 times, 4 times more in my hand when I run out of seats, Miss Cato. And my goal is to be out of seats by Friday. This is the second time I've opened up because the first 50 seats I sold out of. bit.ly/power of me. It is $99 to save your seat. It is $100 a week for 10 weeks. I'm going to repeat that. And then I'm going to ask you, how much is your destiny? And I'm going to be brutally honest. It's going to help you start coaching and consultancy firms with the knowledge you have. Oh, okay, sis. At Wealth Speaker, same thing. Number 1, it's going to help you monetize the knowledge you're giving out. That's worth $1,000 by itself. It's going to help you monetize speaking engagements. I did an event last year where it was just to monetize your speaking engagements, and I charged $1,000 for that event. It's going to help you really monetize your online space and get to who you're talking to and understand better who you're here to serve. That alone is worth $1,000. So for you to be able to get 10 weeks of deep dive information, and for those of you who attended the ebook training, you got an example of how this class is going to go. It's face-to-face. It's via video. You can't duck. You can't hide. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, you're going to be required to sit still at your desk and do some work. We do a lot of in-class homework. This class moves so fast, you don't get a chance to be scared. Let me tell you, you're welcome, True Movement. Let me tell you something about, hey, Curves in Class, the ebook class we had this weekend. It was so phenomenal. It is so phenomenal. I can charge for my business knowledge. I just want to clear the air. You came here today. We talked about Matthew. That was free. I can't charge you for the word. I cannot. You came in here free. If I'm having a business coaching class, and not only have I spent money on books over the years, I've spent money on certifications over the years. I spent time, almost 16 years, as a vice president at Chase. I have business knowledge that I've acquired through conferences, through books, through coaches that I paid. So no, that's not being bad. Well, it's not a refund. It's not a refund if you go to Walmart. So is Walmart ungodly? Is Walmart ungodly because they're charging you for lotion? No. If you go to the neighborhood soul food restaurant, those are the talents that God gave them. Are they ungodly because they're charging you for oxtails? Is any of that ungodly? See, that's what we're talking about. And I don't mind addressing it. And let me tell you why I don't mind addressing it. But because the bottom line is, if people don't want to pay, they don't. But there is nowhere you can go in this world. You can't buy the clothes on your back. You can't get those for free. Yes, I am, Yahweh. You can't get the food that you eat. You can't get it for free. There's nowhere that you can go in this world and get a roof over your head for free. Some people do charge you $0.25 for the shopping carts. This is how the world works. When you go to college, college is not free. So the teachers at college, are they demonic? So I just wanted to break it down because I'm not the only person. Kevin said he never had a class. Put that up again, what you said. I just want to let you know, guys, and I'll keep on, because my thing is this. You don't get anything for free in life. You pay for college. You pay for education. My classes are education. Kevin said he had how many ebooks, Kevin, that he sat on for years. If you don't learn how to get your gifts out into the world, you don't profit from them. I think it's ungodly for people to keep going to jobs when they have gifts. That's what I think. That's me, personally. I really think that it's not right for people to keep going to jobs that don't love them, don't have no love for them, when they could be working for themselves and they just don't know how. That's just me. I hope that helps somebody. Yeah, it is deep. We pay for lights. We pay for water. We pay for gas. There's nothing in this world we don't pay for. Look at Kevin. Kevin said he went to my ebook class. He paid $39. And within, I think he said 24 or 48 hours, he had 30 pre-orders. So I just want to do the math real quick, and I'm going to go to my class. He said he paid $39. Okay. And how many pre-orders did you have? I'm going to show you why I charge for my classes. He paid $39. He charged $29.97. And he had how many pre-orders? 20 at $29.97. He made $600. He made $600 off of a $39 ebook. So had he not written the book, that's $5.99 minus $39. He made a $560 profit in 48 hours. It's in Facebook. And everybody who went to the class is almost done with their books, or done. Or done. I'm getting ready to go to a follow-up with them right now. Or done. When you invest in yourself from the right people and learn the right things, Roberta says she's done. All right, sis. Wendy says she's on number 3. Chaya says she's done. The artist says she's done. Yep, ultimate ebook. Yeah, I'm about to go to follow up right now too. So I just want you know, are you going to ever discover it if you don't get pushed into it? Y'all better get done, Marriage of God. If you go to bit.ly/powerofme, that takes you to my website. Alfreda done with the first draft. God, I just want y'all to be in the movement. Be in movement. Be in movement in this season. I'm going to run to my class. Y'all give me about 5 minutes. And, you know, I'm going to ask you guys to really seek your hearts. And I got 10 seats left. I'm waiting to see who's ready to go to the next level. All right. Love you guys. I'll see you later.